Please take your seats. This afternoon's program is about to begin. Please welcome Dan Dakin, Manager of Communications and Public Relations for Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada.
Thank you for starting the applause, because otherwise there probably wouldn't have been any. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at this absolutely incredible venue. We're so excited to have you here. And of course, we're excited to pull the wraps off of the 2026 Outlander PHEV. Now, just like this amazing venue that we're in, it's an old train station. I wish I knew the full history of it. I know it's a converted train station that's now this amazing venue for circus performers and all kinds of other visual arts. Just like the history that this building has, Mitsubishi has this long and storied history as well. More than 100 years of building automobiles all around the world. And of course, in Canada, we arrived in 2002, and in the last 23 years, we've built up to 97 dealerships from coast to coast, and we employ around 2,100 people at those dealerships, at our head office, at our parts distribution center, and of course, our field staff all across the country. Now, it's not a coincidence that we're here in Quebec to unveil this vehicle. The Quebec market is so important to us. This is a market that in 2025, 32% of our sales came in Quebec. And of course, we know that this market loves the Outlander PHEV and it loves the Mitsubishi brand, and we greatly appreciate it. So it just made sense for us to unveil this vehicle right here. Now, I'm going to let other people who are far more important than me and who you actually want to hear from give you all the details on the vehicle. But if you look at the history of this vehicle, it was the first PHEV SUV to arrive in Canada. And for the last 8 years, it's been one of or the first choice for Canadians looking for an all-wheel drive SUV with an amazing warranty, great value, and of course, something that is meant for the Canadian roads. We continue to be that number one choice for Canadians. So we're here today to unveil this vehicle. I know you don't want to hear from me. Let's get this party started in an appropriate way for a venue like this. Let's go. How incredible is that? Camille, that's absolutely amazing. One more time, put your hands together for Camille Langlois. Good job. So the big surprise is that part 2 of that is that Steve Carter is going to come up and do the same thing. Get your cameras ready, trust me. Well, here it is, 2026 Outlander PHEV. We are so excited for this vehicle. Now, I know you look at it and you say, it doesn't look that different from the outside, and you're going to learn more about why that is, why we didn't make radical changes to this vehicle. But what you need to understand is that front to back, top to bottom, there's been refinements. And those refinements were made because we listened to you as journalists, we listened to our dealers, we listened to our customers, and we took that feedback and we made the changes that we knew need to be made. We're very excited for this vehicle. Let's take a closer look at what this has to offer.
Please welcome Kenichi Kawaji, President and Chief Executive Officer for Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada.
Good evening. And thank you for that kind welcome. And first of all, I would like to say thank you for everyone to join that our Outlander PHEV 2026 new model. And as you know that Mitsubishi Motors, we are not like a giant company, as you know. We are not like Toyota, we are not like Honda or the other, but we are focusing on that to winning on that niche market. So we are always thinking that to that focus on that touch of that our customer hearts. That's kind of that our strategies. And the Outlander PHEV is such an important vehicle for us here at the Mitsubishi Motors in Canada. But we also believe strongly that the deliver on that this vehicle to that the Canadians people are looking for. As a few days ago, we announced that our 2025 sales result in Canada, there was 37,335 units sold. It was an easy year in this year. The EV debate and the mandate kept changing, and that economic were uncertain. But we also said goodbye to that Mirage, but our sales was, I think, not dramatically down. We are keeping that volume as last year. So I'd like to say thank you to that our dealers. Very, very hard work, but we highly appreciate that the dealers' performance. So, and also we are so proud to have that repeated that achievement for that third straight years as Canadians' best-selling plug-in hybrid vehicles. Thank you. And also, we continue to that Mitsubishi Motors top-selling country for that sales of that Outlander PHEV. Thank you. A little bit, yeah. Maybe Canada number one is much, much better, but however. And also, 9,000 unit Outlander PHEV sold in 2025, and 39% were sold here in Quebec. Quebec has always supporting us, very strong supporter, and also that they are thinking that proud of that our vehicle, and that this kind of that momentum is going to be keep support for us to continue to that in the future too. So let's talk about that 26 Outlander PHEV. Mitsubishi Motors' visions for this vehicle has always been about delivering that product that meets and succeeds that experience for that customer. It was about that combine the two key technologies, plug-in hybrid and that super all-wheel control, SAWC. So Mitsubishi has a long history in rally and EV innovations, always chasing that safety and at the same time fun to drive. That technology is new in the 2026 Outlander PHEV. That best example, SAWC. Mitsubishi's advanced four-wheel drive technologies. This is my thinking. I think this is that best four-wheel drive technology in the industry. That this SAWG is coming from that, born from that Lancer evolutions. It gives you the safety and the confidence on Canadian winters, snow or deep snow, icy road, and at the same time, fun to drive. So we want everyone to understand that the Mitsubishi has add the spirit of evolutions into that our PHEV technologies. So PHEV is the plug-in hybrid EV, but this EV means not only that EV for us. We are putting that evolution spirit in this EV2 world. And we launched that new Outlander PHEV in 2023. And then the Outlander gas was updated for 2025. Now those changes arrived on the 2026 PHEV, but not yet for that all the things. Another step forward to that Outlander's journey to that this vehicle. Don will explain to you that later, but until that last April, I was involving that MMC's headquarters in Tokyo. And I was involving that 2026 Outlander PHEV that update project. And so many designers brought to that so many designs or refresh designs idea. But in the end of the day, we decide not changing too much exterior design, interior design from that current model. Because so many research from that market or the customer, they very, very like that current design and the exterior design, also that the interior design. So we decided not changing that too many things in the exterior and the interior. But that said, while that look may feel same, what's the inside is that being that significantly that improve a lot of things. So I would like to invite you to take that test drive of Outlander PHEV 26. Please feel that experience these updated yourself. Okay. So I let Don talk about that more detail, but there are some significantly improvement across all aspects of this vehicle. The interior, exterior, sound system of Yamaha, and driving dynamics, and more have all been updated. And of course, that biggest change is that brand new battery. So this delivers 72 kilometers of that EV only range, and also that the total driving range is going to be close to that 700 kilometers. As mentioned earlier, driving performance and other aspects has been significantly improved. And again, I hope Don will explain in more detail. Now look, I'm not here to that Keika is coming to that this Canadian market, but I will say that our futures is very bright for that Mitsubishi Motor Sales in Canada. We got a new BEV in that summer in this year, and also that the rugged versions of that Outlander is coming 2027. We got a long-term business plan that will continue that development of new product for that Canadian market. Now I think that I'm saying that too much things. So I'll bring to that Don to that explain to that amazing our Outlander PHEV 26. Thank you very much for merci beaucoup.
Please welcome Don Ulmer, Senior Manager, Telematics and Product Strategy for Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada.
Thank you, Kawaji-san, and thank you everyone for joining us today. With the 2026 Outlander model year, 26 model year of the Outlander PHEV, it continues with the concept of Ifu Dodo, which is Japanese for authentic and majestic. The philosophy was based on 7 key areas of development during the initial development of this product. However, today we're going to talk about those areas that have been enhanced. We distill these 3 enhancements down into 3 distinct categories: sight, sound, and feel. So let's jump into sight, which really talks about the aesthetics of the vehicle that have changed for 2026 model year. From an exterior perspective, when we launched the vehicle in 2023 model year, the design was well received by both the media and the buying public. Therefore, for 2026 model year, we intended to refine the design, listening to the feedback of the media and the customers, and incorporating those changes into the vehicle for 2026. At the front of the vehicle, the grille has been refined into a clean and upscale appearance, while there is a new skid plate design which further enhances the premium image. At the back, updated tail lights with a smoked clear lens add a level of sophistication and premium image. And similar to the front, the rear skid plate design has been redesigned as well. On the side, the Outlander PHEV for 2026 model year receives all new wheel designs. And most notably, there's a new 18-inch machine-finished alloy wheel for the mid-trim LE. On the inside, the 2026 Outlander PHEV continues with the foundation of horizontal axis design philosophy, but with key refinements in key areas. Overall, the design continues a theme of crisp, clean, and comfortable, with a focus on Japanese craftsmanship, featuring quality materials, attention to detail, and thoughtful touches throughout. Additionally, new seat materials and designs will be applied for 2026 model year. And to prove we listen to the media, we're adding front ventilated seats. The 12.3-inch full digital driver display receives completely upgraded graphics, a high-res display, and smooth animations. The display is fully customizable and features improved refresh rates and an upscale and sophisticated appearance. Now let's move on to the area of sound. As with the 25 model year Outlander, the 26 Outlander PHEV will feature the all-new dynamic sound Yamaha audio systems. This is a collaboration between 2 storied Japanese brands working together to redefine the relationship between music and driving. 2 unique dynamic sound Yamaha systems will be applied depending on the trim, We start with the Dynamic Sound Yamaha Premium, which is an 8-speaker system providing excellent balance in value and audio performance. Moving up, the Dynamic Sound Yamaha Ultimate is a 12-speaker, twin-amplified amplified system providing concert hall-like listening experience inside the Outlander PHEV. And with this addition, the Outlander PHEV now has the distinction of being the only mainstream PHEV with brand name audio right from the base trim. But the Yamaha systems are not just about audio quality. There was a focus on the design aspect as well, with premium speaker grills throughout the cabin. And in the case of the Ultimate system, this includes metal speaker grills featuring a Japanese design motif. As a part of the audio development, there was a focus on NVH reduction as well. Key areas of the interior were enhanced, in particular the door panels, which received dampening sheets, stiffeners, and service hole covers. All trims now feature a 12.3-inch wide infotainment display, a significant upgrade from the previous 8 and 9-inch displays of the previous model. The system features a high-resolution display and graphics that are now cohesive with the digital driver display. And the system now features both wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. It also features Sirius XM 360L on certain trims, and coincidentally, we will launch an extended service subscription option for customers who enjoy satellite radio. The screens of the new system are also fully customizable, allowing the drivers to see what they want to see. And the settings can be linked to 2 unique profiles using the FastKey entry system. So there's no need to continually reset the system each time a new driver is in the vehicle. As mentioned before, there was a focus on NVH reduction with the development of the Dynamic Sound Yamaha audio systems. However, NVH enhancements occurred in other areas as well. Additional sound deadening materials have been added to key locations throughout the interior, further elevating the premium driving experience. And new lower rolling resistant tire spec further enhances this experience, reducing road noise. Finally, let's look at the area of feel, which is perhaps the most exciting area as it focuses on powertrain and driving dynamic upgrades. Spec changes for 2026 model year include the all-new drive battery, lower coefficient of drag, and the lower rolling resistance tires. As a result of these changes, we can see improvements in acceleration, EV driving range, overall driving range, fuel consumption in the 2026 Outlander PHEV. As a reminder, the Outlander PHEV is EV first. It's what sets us apart. It was designed and engineered to prioritize electric driving. Controls, screens, and powertrain are all EV focused. It's a vehicle where the electric drive takes the lead and the gas hybrid has a supporting role. As mentioned, the drive battery is all new for 2026 model year. With 13% larger capacity, this translates to increased EV range and stronger EV feel. We see a 60% improvement in EV power delivery, which is significant. This directly results in faster acceleration times, and in fact, the 26 model year is 16% quicker than the model year before. The increase in power delivery also allows the Outlander PHEV to stay in EV mode longer. The threshold of where the gasoline engine engages is now much higher than before. This further elevates the EV feeling of the Outlander PHEV and enhances premium driving feel of the vehicle. Charging performance has also improved. Despite the increased size of the drive battery, the charge times have stayed relatively the same. And in fact, the level 3 charge time has dropped from 38 minutes to 29 minutes for an 80% charge. As mentioned, the new dry battery has a direct positive impact on the range of the Outlander PHEV. Pure EV range is up 18% and is now 72 kilometers. The liters per 100 kilometers equivalency is also improved and is now at 3.2. The improvement has also directly impacted the overall driving range, which is now 690 kilometers. And finally, when the dry battery is disengaged, the gas-only fuel consumption has also improved. Outlander PHEV also receives enhancements in suspension and steering for 2026 model year. Beyond the aforementioned lower rolling resistance tires, the shock absorbers and spring rates have improved as well, and the ride comfort is improved on all road surfaces. The electric power steering has been tuned for more manageable control at slow speeds and increased feedback at medium and high speeds for improved handling and stability. Of course, our legendary super all-wheel control remains a core pillar of the Outlander PHEV product strategy. SAWC continues to be offered with 7 different drive modes, ensuring a setting for any road or weather condition. As safety is always a priority for SUV buyers, the Outlander PHEV continues to offer a full suite of standard and optional active safety systems. So in summary, many aspects of the Outlander PHEV have been enhanced for 2026 model year. As you can see, we've built upon a solid foundation of the current model, enhancing key aspects in sight, sound, and feel. And with that, let's take a closer look at the 2026 Outlander PHEV. Thank you.
And now, please welcome Steve Carter, Director Marketing for Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada.
Good afternoon, Michelle. I promise I'm not putting on the harness. Welcome. It has been 8 years. 8 years since the Outlander PHEV first arrived here in Canada. And back in 2018, the Outlander PHEV was the first plug-in hybrid SUV in Canada. And back then, the buyers were really innovators. They were people that were willing to try a new technology, that wanted a unique product, and had a great focus on environmental friendliness. And back then, only 4% of consumers were actually considering an electric vehicle. Now, we've seen the market and the products change significantly over those 8 years. We've gone from innovators to early adopters to the early majority, and now 35% of Canadians, when they're considering a compact SUV, are considering some sort of electrified vehicle. And so where are we from a market perspective? Well, the buyers are now today less motivated about the environmental friendliness of the vehicle. There's more balance. Balance about the updated technology, what are some of those typical SUV buying reasons, and cost savings. The early EV adopters were all about being green, but today buyers see sustainability only as one factor. It's not more important than the overall value for money, whether it's at the time of purchase or the after-sales experience. Now, how have the customers changed since 2018? Well, the percentage of millennials buying the Outlander PHEV have almost doubled. Almost about 30% of the consumers are millennials. Fewer are married. The household income has remained relatively flat at about $120,000 a year. Customers today are relying on more third-party resources, like online reviews, like all the articles that you're going to write after the event today, or online video, the YouTube reviews, to gather all their information. And as these younger buyers have come in, how they spend their free time is changing, and we're adapting to that. Now, Statistics Canada says that the average commute in Canada is 15.5 kilometers. So if you think about it from a PHEV perspective, you can drive from home to work and back fully electric without using any gas. And it's the ease of charging that 90% of Outlander PHEV buyers today are charging at home. And the majority of those consumers are actually using the level 1 charger that comes with the vehicle. But when consumers have to go out into public and they need to charge, they're utilizing the level 2 charging infrastructure. Now, typically at these types of events, I stand up here and I would tell you about why we think our product is so great. But at Mitsubishi, and Kawaji-san talked about this at the beginning, that the customer is at the center of everything that we do. So when we were designing the new Outlander PHEV, we looked at what the consumers see as value in the vehicle. The ease of charging at home, ride quality, fuel efficiency, having the best super all-wheel control or all-wheel drive system out there, interior comfort, and having a great EV range, where over 90% of our consumers say that they are satisfied with the current driving range, and now it's just got better. Understanding what the customers like about the product allowed us and set the direction of what we wanted to do and where we wanted to make the improvements in the new Outlander PHEV. And Don talked about it, enhancing the driving experience by improving the dynamic driving, the improved noise and vibration and harshness, better EV range and total driving range, and obviously comes with the standard super all-wheel control. From an interior perspective, larger digital displays, upgraded interior design, improved materials, so better fit and finish. And now it comes with the Yamaha audio system from the base trim all the way up. And as with every other Mitsubishi that is sold here in Canada, it's built in Japan, delivering a reliable and a dependable vehicle backed by our 10-year warranty. Now in March, the Outlander will go on sale with a starting price of $50,498. There'll be 7 total trims offered, starting with the ES and working all the way up to the Noir. That takes the Outlander PHEV top trim to a whole new level with interior and exterior cosmetic enhancements. Now this vehicle will move just down the road to the Montreal Auto Show later this week, where it will make its Canadian debut here. And coinciding with the start of sales in March, we will roll out our latest ad campaign that we call Take on Everything. Let's take a look.
Take on everything in the new Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid. Take on everyday adventures with electric performance, optimal fuel efficiency, seating for 7, and dynamic sound from Yamaha. Take on all conditions with super all-wheel control, 7 drive modes, legendary Mitsubishi reliability, and an unbeatable 10-year warranty. Take it all on with ease in the new 2026 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV.
Once again, please welcome Dan Dakin, Manager of Communications and Public Relations for Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Your $5 will be tucked in your purse after. Well, there it is. The 2026 Outlander PHEV. We're so excited to share it with you. We're close to the end. I want to take a moment to thank everybody involved with putting on today's event. First of all, the amazing team here at Cirque Eloise. I'm sure I pronounced that name incorrectly again, but they've been incredible to work with. And again, one more hand for Camille Langlois, who is putting on an incredible performance. And of course, thank you to the Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada team for all the work that went into putting on today's event. As Steve mentioned, this vehicle is going to head over to the Montreal Auto Show. We're going to be there on Thursday morning for the media preview day. So if you are looking for another opportunity to speak with any of our team, we'll be there on Thursday morning. After we conclude here, I'm going to call up my colleagues for a few photos. And if you would like to ask any questions to any of the team here, please feel free. For those of you watching online, if you would like to request an interview with anyone, just reach out to myself or Samiko, and we'll set those interviews up for you. Now, a press release is going to go out momentarily. Basically, as soon as I get off the stage, I'm going to hit send on that one. Included in that will be a link to a photo gallery and a video gallery. For those of you in the room here, as you've probably noticed, there's little cards with a QR code. That'll take you directly to that gallery that you can get those photos and videos. We are going to add more photos from today's event a little bit later on tonight. So please feel free to grab those photos and use them as you need to. With that, I want to say thank you again. Thank you for joining us. This vehicle is going to get added to the press fleet in probably early March. I would really encourage you to get out there wherever you're from, whether you're from Montreal here, Toronto, Vancouver, Halifax, Calgary. We're going to get these vehicles into the press fleet as soon as we can. We want you to drive them. And we know that you had good things to say about the 2025 and the 24 and the 23. I want you to drive this and see how far, even further forward we've come. We took a great vehicle and made it even better. So thank you very much. With that, I'll ask Steve, Don, and Kawaji-san to please come back up. We'll take a few photos, and then you can enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Safe travels.